NCAC sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of This Week in the NCAC. I'm your host, Brett Billhart. On this week's show, we'll take a look back at all the basketball action from across the North Coast Athletic Conference for the week ending on Sunday, January the 6th. To open this week's show, let's take a look at men's hoops happenings from around the league last week. League play picked back up around the conference as last week, and we now have a tie at the top of the league standings as Ohio Wesleyan and Worcester maintain identical 4-0 records against conference foes. Ohio Wesleyan climbed to the top of the standings after knocking off Wittenberg 72-60 in Springfield on Saturday. Junior guard Taylor Rieger led the Battling Bishops with 17 points in the victory, while senior guard Annie Winters added 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Wabash maintains a 2-2 record in league play after splitting a pair of home contests over the weekend. The Little Giants fell against Hiram 69-61 on Friday and knocked off Allegheny 95-87 in triple overtime on Saturday. Little Giant freshman guard Ross Sponsler was named the NCAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week after scoring a career-high 29 points against Hiram and adding a 21-point performance against the Gators. On the week, Sponsler shot 37% from the field, 47% from three-point range, and 82% from the charity stripe to go along with 11 rebounds, 9 assists, and 1 steal. Allegheny made the trip to Indiana over the weekend and played back-to-back overtime games. The Gators defeated DePaul in overtime 69-67 on Friday before falling in triple overtime against Wabash on Saturday. Senior guard Devon McLeod scored a career-high 34 points and tied a school record with 7 three-pointers in the loss against Wabash and added 16 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal against DPU. NCAC men's basketball squads continue league action this week as there is 1 game on the slate for this evening, 5 games scheduled for Wednesday, and 4 more on Saturday. Now let's shift our attention to women's hoops action, where Kenyon has taken over the top spot in the league standings at 5-0, while DePaul, the top-ranked team in Division III, also remains unbeaten at 4-0 against conference foes. The Kenyon ladies elevated to the top spot in the standings after reeling off 3 consecutive wins last week against Worcester, Denison, and Oberlin. The victory over DU snapped the ladies' 11-game losing skid against the Big Red. In 3 games last week, ladies senior post Kayla Ernst averaged 24.7 points and 3 rebounds per game, while shooting 65% from the field and 80% from the free throw line. Wittenberg kept its momentum going last week as the Tigers improved to 3-1 in conference games after knocking off Hiram 66-61 and Allegheny 75-54. Wittenberg sophomore guard Henry Small garnered NCAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week laurels after averaging 21.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 6.5 steals per game. Small totaled 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 steals and 4 assists against Hiram, and followed that performance up with 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 steals against Allegheny. DePaul picked up 2 league wins over Allegheny and Hiram to run its current regular season winning streak to 38 straight games. In addition, the Tigers have now won 73 straight home conference games and 28 straight conference games overall. In its only contest last week, Ohio Wesleyan earned its first league win of the season with a 59-53 triumph over Oberlin. Sophomore post Kristen Henning led the Battling Bishops with 16 points and 11 rebounds, while freshman Emily Julius and junior post Tamara Londot each added 12 points apiece. There is a busy week ahead in NCAC women's hoops action with 8 contests on the docket, highlighted by a first-place battle between Kenyon and DePaul on Wednesday evening in Greencastle. Fans, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can log on to our website at www.northcoast.org. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC as well as like us on Facebook. And for the entire conference staff, I'm Brett Billhart, and thanks for watching.